Hi, Bo and Crystal. I just want to go over quickly the paperwork that I wrote up for you guys. So, the first one, I'm actually required to have this for my files anytime I represent a buyer. And since I'm writing the contract for you, I represent you. Um, and so it just has your name, my broker's name. I put Dayton and surrounding areas. I gave it enough time to kind of last until this deal closed. And I put that I could represent both sides, even though I'm not. I'm just representing you guys. This is basically just for my own files. Um, I wrote here that my commission is 1% of the gross sales price. And then I'll show you on the contract where I have the seller contributing that half of that. Let's see. I didn't put a protection period in there, and that doesn't really apply to this. And I put that it only applies to this particular place that you're purchasing. And that's really it. So this is just something that I have to upload into my files for my broker to approve the transaction when I go to close it. So it's more or less just a form that I need. So this is the big one though. This is the unimproved property contract, which is like the one that you sent me, but this one is filled out correctly. So I went ahead and put Kimberly's name, Robert's name there as the sellers. And then there's both of your names. There's the property description. It pulls this from the tax records. So in the Liberty County tax records, this is the physical address. So that's what's going to have to be on the contract. $30,000 sell price. There's the title company with the $0 earnest money. And I'm putting that the owner title policy is being paid by the seller. So when I run numbers on this, and let me show you what that looks like. So this is the title company app. First American Title, which their fees are pretty high. And so I use this one to give estimates to buyers or sellers just because I know I'm being safe when I use this app because it always estimates on the high side. So the owner title policy for this property, I'm going to go in as the seller. And let's just say, okay, it's selling for $30,000. So the owner title policy for this would be about $380, but that could change depending on the title company that you guys are using for this. So it's this construction loan deal, sort of like a construction loan package deal. So it might not even be that much. However, it's standard for the seller to pay that. So I marked for them to pay it. And I also marked for them to at the expense of the seller for them to amend any shortages on the survey. And we want that on there for sure. That's important. Here I put that within 35 days of the survey that you would be getting a survey, and the title company or Clayton will order that. And I put 35 days just because I know that's like towards the end. They may order it sooner. It just says within 35 days. It's not subject to a property owner association. It's not located in a Texas agricultural development district. You're accepting the property as is. It's vacant, so it's not like there's any inspections that need to be made unless you wanted to do a soil sample. Closing, I put down June 4th, but of course we kind of he said to overestimate because you can always close sooner, easier. If you close later, you have to do another amendment, which is not a problem. In special provisions, I put here that me, the agent, I'm completing the paperwork for a flat fee of 1% of sales price split by buyer and seller for $150 each. And here I'm going to add that $150 because that's what they're going to pay you towards closing cost. And a lot of words. You do not have an option period, and that's how it was on the contract that you had. If you did want to do a soil sample or something like that, then we could add in $100 for a 10-day option period for you to get that done. There's my information, buyer only as buyer's agent. And then here where it talks about commission, I wrote see special provisions, which is where I wrote that little blurb about, let me scroll back to it, about this part, the flat fee. Okay, next form I'm going to be sending you is the, takes forever to load. Okay, I'm going to pause this for a second. Okay, the next form is the information about special flood hazard area. If you look at the map I'm about to show you from that other house that I sold on 67633, I'll show you the flood zone map according to Harris County, not Harris County. I guess this is based off of just like the FEMA map. It's from, I get it from HAR. So your road is over here, and there's that property I sold. So as you can see, this whole area here is in the orange, which is out of special flood hazard area. But we are required to still give you this paperwork just to notify you about flood areas. So you're going to get that one too. And that's just another one of those forms that I know you don't need, but I need since I'm writing your contract just to be able to eventually close out this transaction in Backagent, which is a program that we use that houses all of these forms we do. Okay. And then last but not least is the information about broker services. This is a standard form that all real estate agents give out to anyone that they talk about real estate to. And it's just letting you know what my duties to you are and how I represent you. And there's my boss's information, my broker, my manager, all their phone numbers and emails, stuff like that. And that is it. So I will go ahead and send you this link. You can review it. Then when you're ready, I'll send you the paperwork, the actual paperwork for signatures. And it's super easy. And I can even send it to the sellers also and get their signatures on it. That way everybody can do it electronically. It sends you an email that has a blue hand on it that it's actually kind of like this symbol right here. And you just click on it and you set your signature, and then you can do it straight from your cell phone. So I'll send you this link, and then let me know if you need me to make any changes or if you'd like to move forward. Thank you.